Been really warm lately. Fantastic week for the sun and anybody that worships the sun god. And it sort of broke a little bit over yesterday. A lot of rain. So when I woke up this morning there was quite a bit of fog. And I do like fog. And it's because it gives a completely different perspective to something that you've probably looked at 1,000 times before. It isolates things and just gives things a little bit more character. So I come up today to Banagher Dam again, but it's like the seasons. You could go to the same place in the 4 different seasons, you get 4 different photographs. Fog's the same, it just adds another dimension or removes a lot of useless dimensions, unnecessary dimensions, and stuff that detracts from the photograph. And still fantastically warm. You're probably wondering why I am suited and booted here. I've just been down here. Forestry Commission have just put in this new path. This wasn't here 6 months ago, which is good. I'm liking it because it gets me right down to the actual dam itself, and I've got a photograph down there that I like, and I've just been down doing a little bit of time lapse. And I've come up here to shoot this because the midges are absolutely on zombie mode. And there's a nice little photograph down there into the lake. I'm hoping something, a fish would jump or something like that there in the photograph, so that's what I'm waiting for at the minute. And nice still water, glass water. The midges, Jesus, they followed me. And the actual dam itself, a little silhouette of some trees on the far side, and that's our photograph. But I'm having to keep moving. How can something so small be so evil? And I'm going to go down and get my hood up. I'm going to take this photograph. I'm not going to muck around down there. I'm not going to talk to you guys down there because it's just not good viewing. And here's the photograph. Talk to you after. That was nothing short of insane. They were absolutely voracious. And now I've come to one of my favourite spots in Banagher, and I've taken this photograph quite a few times. You probably will recognise it from a few of my previous videos. There's a shot here today, but I'm going to forgo it, and mostly because the part where I usually shoot from, just down here, just has this big bush in front of it now, and if I go further on around here, it's not the same shot, but the light is fantastic. Fog, if you ever wanted a reason to come out when there's fog, it's because it's just one big giant softbox. The light is diffused. It's fantastic, and it doesn't matter how harsh the sun gets. It just gets brighter. It doesn't get sharper, doesn't get harsher. And what's the word to use? Specular. It's just constantly diffused. So I'm going to go on around this way over here. I came out today to shoot some trees. That's something that I do or want to do because honestly I've tried it and I'm not very good at it. But I thought I'd come out today and give it a go, especially with the fog, see what I can see. Today's more about seeing, observing, and I just want to get into trees just to see the difference the fog makes, just to see if there's anything interesting, and if there is, we'll get a photograph, and if there's not, then we've had an absolutely fantastic walk today. But I'm going to get up under the trees and I'll check back with you soon. Well, I've come about 20 yards and I've stopped again because there's another little scene here. It's not ideal, but I do like the light. The fog is dissipating very quickly, and I should be getting into the trees to get the photographs that I'm after, or the potential photographs that I'm after. But I've got another little scene here, and that had been more mist, I'd have been happier. 50-50 split. It's just a nice little nestle of trees, just up onto a point and away to the right hand side. Fantastic reflection. Why not? So the fog's almost gone, and I've come into the trees to see what I can find, and for the most part the midges have stayed outside, but if you stop for any length of time at all, they're straight onto you. There's a shot here. You know, I like the dark. The trees have all lost their leaves, and you just have this channel of light that just comes down, but the shot is sort of up there, and the further I go that way, the less of a shot it becomes. So I'm just having a look around here to see if I find anything that can tie the foreground into that shot, just to give a little bit of interest, because I don't think that shot in itself is a strong enough shot. And plenty of little ferns along here, and every time I think I found one, it's just a single one, more a little crest, and you find the place is absolutely littered with them. And a single fern would be a nice little shot, but this ground is so soft. This must be just decades of leaves falling off. And I'm just littered with fallen trees. But here's something here that looks a little bit more man-made. Yeah, someone's tried to build himself a little shelter. Not really much. There's a lot of uniformity to these trees. I'd say, you know, these have been planted with the Forestry Commission as well. And I'll probably say they're going to come along very soon and cut all these down. And I keep saying, I know they've got a job to do, look, but why can't they just leave well enough alone and just let this get on with it, you know? But I'm struggling to find anything at all. Like the ferns, the trees, there's just too many fallen trees. Single fallen tree would be a point of interest, but we've got a fallen tree every couple of feet. I think this is a bit of a bust. There's just too much chaos. There's just, I know, and God forbid Mother Nature to be like that, chaotic. But sometimes she plays ball. But not today. crazy soft. You know, you're literally dropping 6 inches into the moss every step. Peaceful. And I am very much an intruder here. Right, there's another little nest of trees just further on up, so I'm going to pack up the gear and I'm going to walk up to there and see what we can get up there. Now, I think I found something, and I'm saying think, because I think this could be one of those shots that visually looks good but doesn't translate into a photograph very well. So I've got the camera set up. The issue is that I'm very close to the edge of the trees, and when I go down there to take the photograph, the midges are straight in, and they are in their bloody hundreds. So what we've got here is a little ditch, trees either side of it running the full length, a little bit of water, and a couple of fallen trees towards the end, and I'm just focused about halfway in, F11, and what I might do is drop that down to about F4 and focus on one of these foreground trees. But the reason I like it is there are a lot of dead leaves here still, a lot of orange in this juxtaposition, but there's this sharp contrast to the green to the trees. There's this orange channel that just runs down, so that's what's drawn to my idea in this focus. Now, I'm zooming right into about 70mm, just to try and get a little bit of compression. I know there's not going to be much compression on a 70mm, but we'll give it a go. And I haven't brought any long lenses with me today, travelling light. But yeah, there's the midges, so we'll get this photograph taken. Not gonna lie, the midges have made this a horrible day for photography, but a great day for a walk. And I have to say I've really enjoyed the walk here today, and no doubt I'll be back again over the summer. I'm going to head back now and make myself a whole raft of bacon buddies, good cup of coffee, but all in all, a very enjoyable day. So if you're currently lying in bed, get yourself up, get yourself out, go for a walk, bring a camera. If you don't have a camera, go for a walk anyway. Take care.